I am making this video because I know when I upload my list of top 50 strongest characters, many people will question me why I have ranked certain commanders so high. So this video is going to be an explanation of why I think certain commanders are way closer to Yonkos than most people think. It's going to be pretty short as well, and my apologies for the change of my voice. It's temporary, so just bear with me. Hey guys, it's me Ruma, and without wasting any more time, let's jump straight into power scaling. Now the commanders I am specifically talking about are Marco, Zoro, Beckman, Sabo, and I'm going to include Yamato as well, even though she isn't a commander by rank. I'm going to go over some instances of each of the characters which show that they aren't far behind in terms of strength from their captains. The first character is Marco, who is apparently a fraud by YouTube scaling standards because he knows how to use his devil fruit well, unlike other characters. He has always shown impressive performance while on screen, like on Marineford, where he was able to hold off Admiral Kizaru without getting injured until he was caught off guard. And you could make an argument that Kizaru was holding back, but personally this panel convinces me otherwise, because the sum motive to hold back was to restrain damage. And here we see a big-ass explosion due to Kizaru being thrown to the ground, which is counterproductive, which could have been prevented if he took down Marco. Why did he not, you ask me? Well, it's because he can't. We see this again in Wano against Big Mom, when she outright states that she can't beat Marco unless she goes full power. Many people can't read this scan, so I am going to put it on screen for 5 seconds. From these instances, we get to know even though he is weaker than Big Mom and Kizaru, he isn't too far behind in strength. At least not as far as people make it to be saying shit like Kaido would one-shot Marco when he couldn't even one-shot Kinemon. Next is Zoro, who by far has shown the best feats against an emperor among the people whom I have mentioned. He was able to overpower and permanently scar hybrid Kaido using Ashura. Many people claim that Kaido wants serious. However, this isn't the case, as we see. It's been outright stated that hybrid form is only used in serious battles. All of this also happened after Zoro was already fatally injured by Ocean Sovereignty, and after that, in the weekly Shonen Jump, it's been stated that he has enough attacking power to one-shot any dragon. I am not claiming Zoro can one-shot Kaido, but just referring to how great his offensive capabilities really are, to the point that recently, he even arguably one-shot Lucci, who has considerable durability, since he tanked named attacks from Gear 5th Luffy. Despite all of this, people still think base Kaido or Luffy are beating Zoro when hell, they can't even beat Marco in base. And to add, I just have a narrative reference which supports Zoro's claim of one-shotting dragons. The attack, Dragon Damnation, is named after the attack Ryuma uses to slay dragons, and Luffy, doing the same thing with God Pistol, is what led people to compare him to Ryuma. So make out what you will with this. Despite all of this, I will still see some people saying I am wrong about Zoro beating base Kaido without any evidence refuting my claim. And I am going to ignore such comments as they aren't worth replying to. Anyways, the next character is Yamato, who again has great feats against Kaido, showing similar speed and offense to him. She went blow to blow with Kaido and kept up with him during their fight, and even countered his blast breath with her Glacier Fang. She also tanked his attacks up with Mirror Mountain up front due to her Devil Fruit abilities. Kaido was again completely serious when fighting her. Next, her feat comes against Green Bull, whom she overpowered with a non-named Advanced Conqueror's infused attack. This proves consistency as she constantly is able to keep up or overpower emperors and admirals. She also is capable of beating base Kaido due to the feats I mentioned above that ultimately lead her to having superior offense to base Kaido and superior speed to both base and hybrid Kaido. And as we know, Kaido is no stronger than Big Mom, who's no stronger than Marco in her non-amped form. Next is Beckman. He has arguably the greatest portrayal among all commanders, as even in Film Red he could match up Zoro's Ashura with a mere Conqueror's Burst, and to all my followers who think it's non-canon. The events are non-canon, however, the abilities and strength of the Red Hair Pirates aren't. He's also capable of keeping up with Kizaru, even though we don't know whether he can beat him. But nonetheless, he would give him a good fight, especially with the feats of Film Red. It's also been stated in his Vivre Card databook that he boasts political influence and strength, similar to the likes of Shanks himself. This also supported by the fact that Red Hair Pirates are among the most balanced crews in One Piece. Lastly, there is Sabo. Now Sabo is shown to have consistently fought top tiers, like the Five Elders and Fujitora. I went in depth into his scaling in my Commanders vs. Admirals video, so you guys can check it out. But in short, he's the second strongest revolutionary. A weaker commander like Karasu was able to press Fujitora with his suit barrage to the point where he needed to go full power by dropping a meteor on Marijoa. Sabo, who's confirmed to be stronger than Karasu, should be able to perform similar feats and even perform better than him. Now I can already sense the comments saying Kid got one shot by Shanks, how are Zoro, Yamato, or Sabo close to a Yonko? To them I say Kid and Law are not on the same level as Zoro or Yamato individually. This is implied both narratively and feat-wise, where Zoro and Yamato show far superior feats than Kid and Law. They also performed significantly worse against Kaido on the rooftop, and I would also like to add a point here that never, I repeat, never, compare the likes of Shanks or Blackbeard to Big Mom. They are not on the same level. Yonko is just a title for political influence, not individual power like people think. You might as well compare Buggy to Luffy if you believe otherwise. After this video, I hope you all will be more open-minded about scaling and not just think emperors are always far superior to commanders. Anyways guys, this will be it for this video. I will see you guys tomorrow or day after tomorrow with my list of top 50 strongest characters of all time.
Making my way downtown, walking fast, faces past and I'm homebound. And I need you, and I miss you.